have in front of me here a T and K set of 18-inch brackets. Now they're galvanized and they're available on the tvtrade.ie website. So basically what they're used for is, you'd use this set of brackets together to mount a pole that'll be mounted on the side wall of a house, for instance. And rather than mounting an aerial, then we'll say on a chimney, you can put a pole here and an aerial on top of it. Okay? So the key things to remember this: they're extremely strong, these brackets. The overall dimension from here to here is 18 inches. The actual distance at the centre of the pole will be from the wall, it's probably closer to about 16 inches, okay? So how do we mount them on the wall? Well, basically we can mount them either way, but this will be normal the way. And what we'll have then is, we will have securely mounted, obviously square with each other. And what we'll do then is to mount to hold the pole, we can use it in conjunction with these 1.5 inch 32mm brackets here, or U-bolts, and then also you can come along here and you could try it with these 2-inch or 50mm U-bolts. Okay, it'll work with both. When it actually comes to mounting this onto the wall, we'd normally use these plugs and bolts if we're using a lighter load. So what we do is we use this drill bit, drill a 10mm hole, and then come along, push in the plugs, and then ratchet in with a 13mm socket. If it's a heavier duty load, or for safety reasons, it can be better to come along and drill a 16mm hole and use these heavy duty roll bolts again, which will give it a much more stable mounting on it. So when we actually have the U-bolts in position, it's a pole like this that we'll be using with it. Now, what's the alternatives to this in terms of dimensions and that? Well, one thing is we might make a decision to individually buy 2 Ks and not bother with the H bracket or T bracket, simply because the Ks are obviously have 3 anchor points and are slightly stronger. Okay, so that would be one alternative. If we felt that this particular bracket was oversized, what we can actually do is we can make a decision that we will go with a smaller 12-inch bracket like this. Now, the 18-inch bracket is by some distance the most popular T and K that we sell, and the reason is that it perfectly suits the standard soffit that's on most Irish or UK houses, and for that reason it's very popular. Now, if to go a size larger than the 18, the next one we have in the range is a 24-inch TK set, and we can see the K element here. Now, a neat alternative to the 18-inch T and K is we use one of these H brackets, and the great advantage of this, it comes as a single piece. It's easier to mount. It's, in terms of price, it's roughly the same thing, but it's just it's a slightly easier thing to work with. Now, the disadvantage of it is that the distance between the top and the bottom bracket is fixed. Sometimes you need a little bit of flexibility there, but in general, that's not such a huge issue. That's it. So that's hopefully a fairly comprehensive overview of the 18-inch set of T and K galvanized brackets available on tvtrade.ie.